Okay, so we went down to Harbor Tool and Freight, and we got this 10 by 10 portable shed right here, and we're gonna get ready to put it together. So we just did some unboxing going on. The area that we're gonna put it in is gonna be right here, all over there in that little 10 by 10 area. So what I got here is I unboxed it, and in this little bitty box over here, it had all this stuff here, and it also had these little screws and stuff right here to go with it, and it got a little manual that comes with it, which I'll show you right now. And so I was going over the parts list, just checking to make sure I got everything. And so I'm gonna see what all we got. I'm gonna measure everything out. I think these are 6mm bolts, so I gotta find a 6mm ratchet, and I got 8. I don't have a 6 right here, but I do got other tools. And so I'm gonna see where we go from here. The directions show these are gonna be 10mm bolts and stuff, which it'd be nice if they told you inside this manual. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get ready to put the roof together first. So we working with a few numbers. Everything is numbered here. So what it's telling me is that I gotta find part 7, 2 7s, 2 8s, and 2 9s. And the parts is written on here, so I'm gonna say, okay, these are the 7s here. 8, but I need 2 of each. 7, 8, 7. I got 2 8s. These are 10s, what's gonna be on the end cap. So I take it that these here is going to be your number 9s. Could have been 6s, but they don't put the underscore up under it. So that's what I'm coming up with. So on here, the 9s are short. They're just going to go here and here. The 8s is going to go kitty corner, meaning one here. And I'm taking it that there's going to be one here. The 7s going to go here. Let's see. Okay, 7s is, let's see, here. And it says over there, but that ain't going to work. The 10s go right here, according to how I'm going to put it in. So now that I know that these got to be put in a certain way, that's long going up, that's long going up, this is long going up. So it looks like we're going to have a problem. No, we're not. That's going up. So make sure we got the orientation correct right here. Now we're going to need some 4s and some 5s. So we got 1, 2, 3, we got 6 5s and 4 4s. So this is gonna be 5 here, 5 over there, a 5 right here, and we got another 5 here. I'm gonna take it, and a 5 here. It's a mother hover if we need these 5s and all this, and the stickers come off. And you don't want that. You're gonna need a 5 there. Nope, the 5's gonna go in the center, so we need 2 5s in the center. So, the 5 here, and that 5 that I threw over there is gonna go here. These are the 4s. 4 is gonna be there, and the 4 is gonna go here. 2 4s there and 2 4s here. So let's see what we got. 4, 4. We need 2 more 4s. Here we go, here with a 4. Y'all like that little navigation that I'm doing when I'm just rolling it like this so I can see instead of picking everything up? Okay. We got a 4 here. And I need 1.4, and it should have been somewhere along here. Here we are, right here. So these are the 4. Okay, so now we got them. Now we need our special number 11, which is going to be the long way right here. So it's going long. And so what we're going to do is assemble this here, and then I'm going to get right back to you. I'm going to show you, we're going to do a close-up over here. So we're going to get this here. Okay, so I got to make sure I pay close attention to what I'm doing. Okay, so the hose go that way. Make sure your hose follow up, because there's no hose here for this to connect to. But I'm going to insert that there. Pop this cap off here. I'm going to take this here. We're going to put that there. And this here. Take number 10 right here. And this should be pretty much simple as you go. Make sure your hose is lined up though, because you got to put your screws and bolts inside there, which is going to be 10 millimeter from what I have seen. So this one here don't have where hose go. So I'm looking, so down there it does. So got that in. I'm going to pop this one off here. Get this lined up. As you see, it's coming together. And after I get done with this, I'm gonna get right back to you. So just stay tuned and I'll show you how it looks once I get this piece together. Helping me, so we pulling it together before we get our bolts and put them in. So we got all the corners and stuff adjusted inside. The 10s, the 7s, going to the 5. We got 7 going into 9, and so forth, with the 4s in between. Okay, here. So what I'm doing is taking my super long arm and I'm pulling everything together. Well, so okay, so I'm going to go to that side and do the same thing. And so just make sure that you got it oriented right, and it's easy to make that mistake. And I'm glad I made it instead of him. Now, it took us about 10 minutes to put this together. It looked a little bit crooked up front. And so now we're getting ready to put our bolts and stuff in place. So we're going to use the M6 50 bolts, the 6 of them that came with the pack. We got holes right here to go straight through. And you got to do a little wiggle waggle here. Great, got it. And I'm gonna put it through here. These little bolts got the little squares, so they'll hold in place once you put the nut on. So once you put that in like that. So these are here. You see the little square piece here? The little square piece that's right there. So let's get a close-up of that. Okay, so they go in just like that. So I'll find my next hole here and turn it around so I can find it. I know it's there. Yep, there we are. Some people say there it is. Some people say there it goes. My dad used to chip on me because I say there it goes, and he said, where is it going? It's still right there in your hand. And I'd be like, you know what I meant, stop playing with me. He was a stickler for that. Okay, so we got it going just like that. So I got the other 4 that's right here. And so I'm gonna put these all together. And these is gonna go right here. It's gonna go in number 11, that's right there. And it's gonna go in number 10, that's down here. And I'm gonna show you some tools that I use to make the job a lot easier. Okay, so we started putting the bolts in and stuff with the nuts. And so we got them in here. And I'm gonna use my drill because it's gonna make it a lot easier. And I should have like a deep well piece that'll get it to where it needs to be. So I'm thinking if you hold it right here and right there, move. Let me pull it to the side. It's kind of difficult once you got this in place. So you gotta kick it back a little bit and wiggle it. Let me get on that side to get the hose kind of right where you need it to be. All right, give me that bolt. Okay, got a bolt here. I'm gonna begin. I got a regular ratchet here as well. That can take care of the job. And it's pretty deep. So this is what I'm gonna be using, is that. But I'm gonna get my drill because I want to go to make it work. It ain't gonna turn and zip, zip. There it is. Once you hear that, you know it's tight because that's the clutch inside. So it's gonna be nice and tight, and you see it goes pretty quick once you get started. So that's what you want to do, is get it started. It's kind of cold out here today, like 39 degrees, and we down in the land under towards the south. But now we got that together, so we're gonna get ready to put the other pieces together. So all the pieces that you see down here, we're gonna get ready to put that together with the legs and stuff. So I'm gonna show you really quick on here. I gotta make sure I keep all my bolts and stuff together, everything I need. And it says assemble. After the roof, we're gonna assemble the sides, I believe. Okay, what we're doing is I'm lining up the outside walls, which we're taking a number 3 and a number 1. Then right over here, you're gonna use a number 1 and a number 2 in the center for the center part. So if you can see my whole layout, kind of like that there. And it's gonna be the same thing all the way around. And we're gonna get ready to put our bolts in. So as you can see on the diagram, it kind of shows you what to use and how to use it, when and where. And our goal is to get it to look like this here. So they got some anchors, and I'll show you how to put the anchors down after we figure out how to put this together here. So when connecting the legs, they gave us these pieces here where you gotta put them on the front and the back. When you put the bolts through, they're gonna clamp up and make it do some stuff. So I got 4 of these crosses, and the halves I got 8s, which going on the front and the back. So this here, these 2 is gonna go on the center pieces. So it might be the 4-way that goes on the center piece, but I'll show you once I figure it out and get it going. Lifting it up leg by leg. I was gonna do the whole wall first and do one side, but we're just gonna do side by side. So we're gonna do these corners next and get them in the air. Then we're gonna worry about the middle, and I'll show you that shortly. Okay, so now we got that going up. As you can see, it's bigger than what I thought, but it's gonna be just right. But I gotta think, if I bring anything out the house, I'm gonna have this sitting right here in the way, which right now I don't care. I'll move it later on if I have to. So now we're gonna get ready to do the center pieces. So the center pieces is gonna be right here, and we're gonna put that together. All right, we got the middle poles on and stuff like that. So there's a little discrepancy that I kind of see here. And the discrepancy, what I came up with, if the numbers is facing up on the pole, that's the way the pole should be going. If all the numbers is facing up, because there has holes inside of the top of these, in the top up here where I didn't know where they go, but I'm just using common sense and figure if the number is facing the right way, I'm doing it the right way. And that's pretty much it. We just use a little common sense. So I chose to let my son do one side and I do a side. And so we got our side. I wish it was some bars that went in the center, especially for the back. So I'm starting to put it on, and stuff like that. And what I ended up doing is taking one side and putting the bolt all the way through the pipe here, and then I put the back side on and started screwing. So I got to do the middle piece. It looked like it's gonna take 2 people per side to get these up. So I got to hold this up. He holding it up on that end because I didn't tighten it down. So you can watch me put this together right here. I know it's gonna be kind of whizzy tricky. So I got my parts. I'm gonna run a bolt through here. On this side. It's best if you look on the other side. That way you can see exactly what you're doing. I was gonna try to put everything in together on both sides while you put your washer on and your bolt. Well, your nut actually, but the bolt is what goes through it the longer. So I got another pipe that's right here, and you can let that end go and go on that side. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing here. I'm gonna give this a little help here because it needs it. It was just a bump. That's all I did was a little bump. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on. So we gotta do a little bit of maneuvering. Okay, I got this clamp here. And if you notice, I'm putting the bolt in on the outside because I don't want it to tear the fabric when I get ready to do the fabric on here. I'm gonna make this easy on myself a little bit. Send it through like that, and voila, here we are. It just makes sense to voila it, you know? Voila, you get it? Yeah. All right, so now I got that. And we're gonna do the other side the exact same way. I'm not gonna tighten this down too much until I get everything dry fitted to where it'll stick and stay. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of tightening, but not a lot. And that's just to hold it in place for a minute. So it don't come apart when I'm wiggling it. Last but not least, we got these 2 in. So we're gonna do this one. So now we're gonna put that through. You gotta look on this side, Timur, so you can see it go through that hole. He said he barely can feel his fingers, and I barely can feel mine because it's that cold out here. We're getting it together though. Okay, so I got that together and that. So what I did, I got everything leveled up to that crease right there. As you can see, the little crease where we put everything together. You can use the leveler if you want to and bring it up to where it's really level, true level. But to me, this is good enough. Go, make it make that sound. Double check before, because you don't want it to pop out. Go. Your fingers, thing to clamp your fingers up under there. Go. Keep going. Good. Go. Good. Now we're going on this side. You're making sure that this leg is straight down here at a 90 degree. Good. Good. Okay, so we got all these in place and everything is at a 90 almost. We have these anchors and stuff where these holes are down there. We got the gray anchors right here that's gonna go on the ground. And that's what we're gonna attach everything through once I put it in place here. So it'll go on the ground after I measure and I put that down, and that's what's gonna hold this down. What we did, we measured each corner. The space is 10 wide. And we measured it from the inside right here. So right here on this side and over here on the inside. So that's 10 wide. And then the back is gonna be 10 wide just the same. And not only is the 10 wide just the same, then we go diagonal, kitty corner, which I got 14 from each side, kitty corner. And that's how you know everything is gonna be square. We got these right here, which we just set in the ground at the point where we wanted it. I'm gonna put mine, it's directly in the center, which that ain't gonna be cool, so I'm gonna put mine on the inside. So I'm gonna move this over about a ½ an inch to the inside. That way when I start connecting everything, everything is covered on the inside of the building and not the outside. I just got this one down here and I use just a screwdriver. So I'm gonna do the same thing down here and let's see pretty much how it goes. So I'm gonna show you my method of getting that done. This don't look as square as I want it to be. Okay, so I'm gonna take this here, and this still looks not square enough here. So this is where I want this to be, right here, about right there. So 10 is 10 that way. So as I turn, go like this, and it starts digging. I do use some pressure to get it down. Make sure that you ain't got no wires or any pipes or nothing in the ground, because that's what you don't want to do. I'm working in the backyard, and I run my building off a generator, as you've seen in other videos. So I don't have any wires in the ground back here. There we have it. I'm satisfied with that. Oh, no, the hose is indicating the next step when I put the little loop brains through, little cables, and the rope ties for the metal cables. And that's pretty much it. Little clamps for the rope ties right here. So, and these here are the rope ties. So you get you some pliers and stuff, you wrap that around and you tighten them up. And then you use these here and close it all the way down and tighten it up. I haven't seen what these are yet. I'm gonna say that they 5/16, and I'm gonna find out right now. I wanna know if these little bolts here are 5/16, these little brass things. Guess what? 5/16. That makes everything a lot easier for when I start tying this down. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you, I'm going to tighten some down right now. 2 of them at least. I got a blade somewhere. What is it? My blade is on the floor. Here it's sniffling in the background because it is cold. So we some snotty nose do-it-yourselfers right now. The right tools make everything a lot easier. So take your time, get your tools together, and try to figure everything out. And so I'm gonna take this one, and I gotta change my bit on here for sure. Okay, so, okay, I got a pair of Lymans right here that I'm gonna work with. I like them a lot better as far as tightening anything down or whatever. I'm going through the hose first, and I'm going to run it, force the little thing through here, as you can see it going through, and up. Take this here and put both of them through for me while I'm doing this, and as I get closer and closer, I'm just going to zip it together and try to get this down. Actually, I found the better way. I'm going to get 2 sets of pliers or vice grips so I can take them and pull them to the side. And so I'll try to show you that part. So you get a vice grip. Okay, I got 2 sets of pliers. I got my Lymans and I got this here. And my goal is to hold on to one of this and hold on to the other end with my linemen, and I'm gonna pull nice and tight. I'm stepping on one. Well, that ain't gonna work. Anyways, I'm gonna need my son's hand at this here. So, okay, so now we pulled it aside and I use my drill and tighten it down. So it's pretty tight. And we're gonna do that with the next ones in every corner that we got there. So I'll put this together for you so you can see. Take the top parts off to get that going. So I got that where it needs to be. And then this is gonna wrap up the hours. What I learned is with these straps, when you unhook it, they're gonna give you these little pieces here. I advise you to immediately put them on this strap first so this thing don't get tangled up. I had to take the whole thing out, put a stick on it, tape it up at the bottom, and refish it right back through. So that's pretty much what it is for the front and the back. So we're going to get ready to get this top side and the cover on. As you see, it's getting late. Street lights is now on. So we've been out here for a while, getting busy. Okay, so we got it together, but it's pretty flimsy, as you can see. It's not sturdy as I want it to be. So it kind of moves here a lot. I wish it would have kind of worked out, but it just not what it do. And besides, when I bought it, the flaps here that should have been sewn together was not sewn correctly, and they coming apart and unraveling. So for the price, it really not worth it. These things to me, it'd be worth about 50 bucks. That's pretty much about it.